Lamar Jackson just won his second NFL MVP, but if you ask him, I have no doubt in my mind that he would trade those MVPs in a heartbeat for a Super Bowl trophy or perhaps even a Super Bowl appearance. In this video, I'm going to take a look back at the AFC Championship game, which was without a doubt the Ravens' best shot at making a Super Bowl in the Patrick Mahomes era. In this play here, Lamar Jackson is going to motion across Rashad Bateman. That's going to force this apex defender to widen out. And at the snap, Lamar is going to fake play action to the running back. And that's going to pull number 32 over to that side just enough to open up this huge passing lane for tight end Mark Andrews. As you can see, Lamar needs to pull the trigger on this pass. Andrews is wide open. This is what the concept was called for. But instead, Lamar kind of just panics in a clean pocket, runs around, tries to make something happen on his feet, but is unable to. And here's an even better view of it from the end zone angle. You see play action. The throw is there, but Lamar passes on it. And by the time he tries to make something happen, it's too late. And on this play here, the Ravens are going to run quarterback power to absolute perfection. The entire offensive line and the tight end is going to block down. The fullback is going to kick out the defensive end, and the guard is going to pull around for the linebacker. And as you can see here, Lamar does a nice job of getting a huge amount of yards on this play. And on the very next play, the Ravens are going to run power again, this time in a more traditional format with the fullback kicking out the end and again the guard pulling around. But this time it's going to go to a running back. And again, they bash the Chiefs for a huge amount of yards. And you may be wondering, why am I bringing this up in a game about the Ravens, losing? Well, because in the second half of this game, they completely abandoned the run game despite gashing the Chiefs in the first half. In this game, the Ravens only had 16 carries total, and 8 of them were by Lamar Jackson. In this next play, the Chiefs are going to be in cover one man with one single high safety, and you can see pre-snap that safety is cheated over to the right side of the Ravens formation. The Ravens have the perfect man-beating play called here. They're going to run a slot fade here in the middle to this slot receiver. And you can see with a better throw, this would have been a huge gain from the receiver, but Lamar isn't able to hit it on the money. It is a tough throw to make, but in games like this where every little thing matters, you have to be able to make this throw to get explosive plays, especially when you're trying to beat the Kansas City Chiefs for a chance to go to the Super Bowl. And this next play here is a 3rd down and 4. Bateman is going to motion across the formation to a 3-by-1 bunch set, and he's going to end up running a flat route, and he's going to be wide open in the flat for his first down. The tight end and the other receiver on the bunch set are going to run sort of a scissors concept. And then on the backside, you're going to have the running back in the flat and Odell down here running a slant. They're trying to make it work sort of like a pick route. And Lamar is expecting 32 to have this running back in coverage. And that's essentially who he is reading on this play. At the snap, he sees the linebacker flow to the sideline to assumingly take the running back in man coverage. But the Chiefs do a really nice job right here of passing their guys off respectively. They play this perfectly. Lamar throws a little bit of a high pass, but it's still catchable. But even if you were to catch it, the Chiefs defender was right there to make the tackle and force a 4th down. But if you look at the top of the screen to that bunch set, Rashad Bateman was wide open at the sticks. This next play here is also a 3rd down. This is a 3rd down and 6, and the Chiefs are going to be in a Tampa 2 defense, and Lamar just makes the wrong read on this play, right? You get pressure up the middle by Chris Jones. Lamar initially does a nice job of navigating the pocket, but he fires the ball in to the wrong receiver. You see the defender was easily able to cut this thing off, jump in front of the pass, and almost intercept the ball. Now, where would you like to see Lamar go with this? You see down here at the bottom of the screen, the fullback Richard is open at the sticks for this out route for a possible first down, or at least make it extremely short. But instead, Lamar opts to go over the middle and throw to a covered wide receiver. This play here, the Ravens again are going to be in sort of a bunch set down here to the bottom, 3-by-1, and it's essentially going to be the bones of 4 verticals, except it's 3 verticals. These 2 guys are going to run verticals, and you'll see the tight end Mark Andrews, I believe it is, come wide open, and Lamar again opts just not to throw it right there. That throw is wide open to number 89 there, Andrews. But Lamar, the pocket is a little bit muffled, but there's just plenty of time for him to step up, make this throw. But instead, you see Lamar kind of just scrambles around and ends up getting a pretty nice gain on the play, but you'd like to see him rip that ball in there to the wide open tight end. And this play is just a really bad job of handling the threat of pressure from the Kansas City Chiefs. You can see pre snap, the Chiefs are obviously going to send some extra guys, and they end up sending six. And the Ravens leave seven in to block. But with the way the Chiefs presented this blitz, it allowed the running back to have to go one on one. And that's just never a good idea, especially if you look at the routes that were put on the field. We have two or three, excuse me, long developing vertical routes with nothing for Lamar to check down to. And that's just a recipe for a disaster when you have a running back having to guard a blitzing defensive player. And you can see why this came about. The Ravens are going to be sliding their protection to the left because of number 32. They're threatening that blitz, and that's going to leave number 70 on the defensive tackle, the three technique there, number 98. And then, of course, the right tackle kicking out to number 56. This in turn leaves number 43, the running back, the only guy available to block number 23 there. And this next play, it's a third down and 9, and the Chiefs obviously are going to be sending extra guys again on the blitz. And this time, the Ravens are going to leave six guys in for protection, and the Chiefs are going to send six. It's 6 on 6. But again, you're leaving a running back on a blitzing second level defender, and that is never a good idea. As you can see there, he completely whiffs on the block. Now, again, you have two vertical routes on the field, but this time you have two underneath routes, and you'd like to see Lamar able to hit the tight end Isaiah Likely on this play, but it just happened too fast, and running back whiffs, and another disastrous play for the Baltimore Ravens. And then how could I leave off this play in a game about how the Ravens lost? Every receiver on this field's job is to get defenders away from number 4, Zay Flowers. Lamar hits Flowers, but of course Flowers dives and ends up fumbling, and it ends up being a touchback. Just a dumb, stupid mistake that you cannot make in the playoffs where every little thing matters. And then, of course, this play, the worst play of the game for Lamar Jackson, when he throws into triple coverage to the tight end. I mean, this isn't anywhere near open. I'm not really sure what Lamar was seeing on this play, and I'm also not sure why Isaiah Likely threw up his hand like he was open, because he was absolutely not. And the pocket on this play for Lamar is beautiful, right? And if he's able to just hold the ball on for one more second, which he had time to do, he had Odell coming open on the deep dig on the dagger concept. But again, he just throws it up into triple coverage, and this play essentially ended the game. And that's going to be it for this video, guys. If you're a football fan, if you enjoy deep dives into X's and O's of the game we love, consider subscribing. I would greatly appreciate it, and I appreciate you all watching. Peace.